Any questions on how to read a water meter?
I got another question I want to ask.
Yes, sir.
Here about a month and a half ago, 2 months, the town could shut off valves. That's natural, they get away with all that. Now, when that water plant goes down, and you ain't got no water in this town, and when they put the water back on, you got a surge there, now what's gonna happen to that meter?
So that's an excellent question. So what he's asking is if the water pipe is empty of water, and all of a sudden you get a sudden rush of water into it, you're gonna have a water surge, and what it can cause is water hammer. And what water hammer is basically just that amount of water pressure that the water is pushing the air ahead of it. Normally when they cut these systems back on, they do so slowly. So you're not gonna get a huge surge. Because what happens if you don't do that is not only can it damage your equipment, it can cause particulates in the pipe that have built up over time to shake loose, and it can discolor the water, it can cause water to smell, so it creates treatment problems on the other side. So generally when everything goes out of service, they want to slowly turn it back on again. They're not just going to crank the valve. We see the exact same thing happen with installation. When they go to change your water meter, they shut the valve off, they change the water meter, and what we ask them to do is turn a faucet on the other side, and then slowly open up that valve. Because if they don't do that, that air pressure can move through, and it can actually physically damage the meter. That's one of the things in our insert.
So you had a significant amount of water, line breakages, and water stoppage. So what you're saying is the particulate, if you've done it correctly, the particulate could actually do some harm to the actual meter if it's not installed.
Absolutely. So you can also have some other things if you don't properly blow out a line as you're repairing it. Any water company worth its salt is going to go through all of the things to make sure that they're not putting particulates in your system. And not just on the water utility side, but also contractors. So when they cut a line open and they are putting repair clamps in or whatever they're doing, they want to make sure they blow it out first and then they snap it up so that they don't have all of the tiny PVC pieces that get in the water system.
Hey, got a question.
Yes, sir.
Whenever it hammers, you was talking about hammering a while ago.
Mhm.
Tell me how much it upsets the calibration.
It breaks the water meter.
Say again?
It breaks the water meter. So what happens is there's a fluctuation. I can kind of show you. So this is the top of your water meter.
Yeah,
You also can see the dial that's just on the screen.
yeah.
What happens when you get a water hammer is that there's enough flexibility for this to get squished. So it literally damages this part of the water meter. And what happens is this white faceplate gets pushed up, and that red dial stops turning. So the whole thing stops measuring water. So if you have that issue, what they'll see it when they read the meter is a zero usage. They'll show it as the exact same reading as the last month. So, and that's when they know they need to replace it.